Incoming, sir. Location looks to be Central Indiana. Fire up those sirens, Sergeant. Brian K. Morris. He came without warning.
10 seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Oh, hello. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. It is looking out the window. The sun's out there somewhere. It's that kind of morning here in the compound here in central Indiana. Welcome to the show. Welcome whether you're watching live or on the rerun. We treasure your presence, each and every one of you. I'm Brian K. Morris, publisher, editor, writer, do a lot of writing, actor, former mortician's assistant, and Facebook famous YouTuber. But anyway, glad to have you here. How the hell was your weekend? Glad to see you all. I had a great weekend. Spent it in the company of some wonderful people. But first of all, before I tell you about some of that, please put those comments in wherever you're calling me from, or talking to me or viewing me, because we'll read them on the air. We'll have a conversation that way. And we've got an announcement of a brand new show coming up tomorrow night. Yes, someone has coerced Brian into doing more shows. Oh, Lord. Anyway, so much for my self-imposed exile. But anyway, folks, we are brought to you by many kind people. And the first one we want to thank are about 20 of them. They're our Patreon supporters. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you, yes, you, can support your favorite creators directly. And these are the wonderful people who support me, and for which I am extremely grateful. I sound cynical and world weary, but the fact is these wonderful people send me funds that help a lot. They help us do advertising for the Rising Tide. They help support the Rising Tide philosophy, and we spread it wherever we go. And that's why Patreon is so important to us. And if what we do is somewhat important to you, then please consider becoming a patron of mine. You get for $1 a month, you'll get 2 blogs per week from me, whatever's on my mind. And we're working on one where failure is not defeat. All right, that we should learn from failure and use it to motivate us to push on. But anyway, come see us at Patreon, www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And may these people have wonderful sites of their own that you should probably check out as well. And we also want to say that we are brought to you by Jeffrey Hayes of Plasma Fire Graphics. Did I bring the book with me? I thought I did. I thought I brought it with. Oh, here it is. Yes. You know, they say that a good book sells itself. That's what we call in the business absolute flaming bullshit. Okay? But look at this book cover here from Ben Books, Bobby Nash's outfit. Look at this one here from Stormgate Press, the award-winning Major Marjorie cover. All right? Really retro, really beautiful. And doesn't this make you yearn for the days of John Wayne and Clint Eastwood, huh? Great, great book. And also, what I'm very fond of, one is selling marvelously, thank you all, The Terrors by Me, brand new book from Rising Tide Publications. What do they all have in common? All of those covers are the handiwork of the great Jeffrey Hayes. Plasma Fire Graphics can meet your graphics needs for your your publication, whatever it is. You can get trailers for your books. You can get the graphics you need to sell it on social media, and you can get a fantastic cover. I mean, look, see the whole thing here? Jeffrey put it together. All right. He made that thing look beautiful. And I have been doing, I think I've done like 3 shows with that book this year. And half of my sales are not me pitching the book. They'll look at it and they go, "Hey, that's a great looking cover. I need to own this in order to validate my existence." And by the way, available on Amazon, Walmart.com, any decent booksellers. Plus, if you have Hoopla.com, you can read it for free there. And just letting you know. But anyway, Jeffrey Hayes is a master at what he does. He's well respected in the industry, award-winning illustrator, and he's become a dear friend. And if you want to work with the best, you get on over to the Plasma Fire Graphics page on Facebook and look at some of the samples he offers, because he works for a lot of publishers, and that name opens doors, Jeffrey Hayes. And then go over to plasmafiregraphics.com, where you'll see more samples, and you can contact him directly and ask about his indie creator-friendly pricing. He is more affordable than you believe. You won't believe how great a job he'll do for you. That's plasmafiregraphics.com. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. All right. So anyway, we had a fantastic weekend at the Indie Creators Con in Fowler, Indiana. Thank you to Nicholas and Amanda Tockert for being our gracious and friendly hosts. And it was so much fun. I got to hang out with a lot of my friends. Surprise visit from the great Luke Stone. Check out Luke Stone's channel for all the indie creator news and comics that you can handle and more. And he does a great Thursday morning show called Nerd Bacon that has the most enticing ASMR bacon frying that is takes my diet and makes it go wee. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, and he's one of the best guys ever. I love the man with all my heart. And but we had a great time. Cookie and I. Cookie joined us late. We sold a number of books, I'm pleased to say. We had great pizza and a great time just talking to each other. Carl and Donna were there. All kinds of wonderful people. And if you missed the first one, hopefully you'll make the second one. It's worth the trip to Central Indiana. It's like 100 miles from Chicago. In fact, Fowler is kind of an interesting place. It's 100 miles from Chicago and 100 miles from Indianapolis, which is kind of cool. On Route 52, just real close to Route 41, which goes like almost the entire length of the western side of Indiana. There's the news you can't use. But anyway, we had a fantastic time. Again, thank you to the Talkers for inviting us. And if you like anything that has Talkert in the name, check out Never Mind the Furthermore every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Nicholas Talkert's YouTube channel. Also, various places on Facebook. And from the Historical Fencing Guild on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Nick does a lot of great broadcasting. Check him out. He is super. He does like this show, but better. Anyway, your comments are coming in. We are coming to you right now, and we will make this worth your while providing you. Oh, we have some news I got to give you right now. Like I said, I'm starting a brand new show. I have been coerced into doing another show. But when your broadcast partner is the great Brian Rodman, how can you say no? How can you say no? Somebody please teach me to say no. Anyway, no, we have a great time when we work together. We have this open bromance with each other, much to the terror of our spouses. But we're going to be joining up forces with a brand new show, Between Two Brians. I don't know why I got first billing. But anyway, we're going to be broadcasting every Tuesday evening on the Rising Tide channel on YouTube, starting this coming Tuesday. Hey, that's tomorrow, Brian. Yes, it is. At 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. And you can see me, my little fez, dancing happy up at the top of the screen because I'm so happy. Because Brian and I have a great time. And we're gonna just have a conversation with us, with you involved. You will be a part of the conversation. And tomorrow we're going to push back on pushback. Brian is very vocal about some of his views on his faith, etc. He's done a lot of studying and self-examination as a result. And I have gotten a little bit of push about this. And we're going to be talking about wokeness tomorrow. So please join us at 7 p.m. on this channel where you're seeing us now. And I do want to announce that it may start sooner, but I think in early April, this show and all of the broadcasting is going to go directly to YouTube. We are going to no longer be broadcasting on Twitter nor on Facebook or Twitch. So if you want to keep catching this show, please make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, okay? And it's called Brian K. Morris Rising Tide. I'm easy to find. There's some idiot wearing a red fez on there. So it's pretty easy to scope out who's responsible. So anyway, please join us tomorrow night with Brian Rodman and myself on The Two Bryans. And let's join our cast of characters who are writing to us in the male area here, actually the female area, because I see the first person here is the delightful, delectable, and delicious Sarah. Mwah! Good morning to you, Sarah. How the heck are you? And am I seriously the first person here? No, you're frivolously the first person here. What are you going to do about that? And Damian Walbrun has joined us. Wait a second. Damian Walbrun has joined us. The controls are a little sticky this morning. Don't go there. Anyway, you are here. Damon Walbrun, very talented. Oh, man. Artist, writer, creator, editor, video editor. Anything he puts his mind to is amazing. Damien, I love you, brother. Love you. And Sinopa Publishing, good morning to you, my friend. How are you? Sinopa has just gotten their output into the previews catalog. And I'm really excited about that. Please keep us posted. Good to see you. I hope you're having a great morning. And Charles F. Millhouse, the great author and the publisher of fine, super fine books like this, like these. And Pulp Reality, the award-winning Pulp Reality, and all kinds of great stuff. Captain Hawkland, great adventure series, and currently publishing a brand new Captain Hawkland novel soon. I'm really excited about that. And good morning, all. Good morning to you, Charles. How the heck are you? Glad to see you, as always. And just shared on the Secret Not So Secret group to get their asses in here. Yes! We crave bodies in here. And remember, folks, if you're not here, we want your body. Anyway, don't forget the like. Okay. Yes. Currently, we have 7 people watching, 5 on YouTube, and I don't know how many likes. Well, we have no response whatsoever. See, folks, we ask only for a second of your time to click the like or love or even the don't. We're pissed at you, Brian. Screw you to hell. Button. Because it does help us. Even that nasty stuff helps us. It's delightful. So please just leave us a like or something, because it does help us in the algorithms, and it helps this show become more discovered. And we'll get more crazies like you guys here. Okay. And great to hear your voice, BKM. Love you. I love you too, Sarah. You know that. And working on our arrangements for Eclipse Con. I've got everything figured out. And I will say that due to circumstances beyond our control, EclipseCon, look it up on Facebook, will be happening again this year because of the solar eclipse. And my helper will not be Cookie, unfortunately. She has to work, but I am elated because I'm getting the top of the drawer quality helper here in Sarah. So if you want to meet the one and only Sarah, pardon me, come to Carbondale. And come to EclipseCon. You're in for a treat. She is a joy. I love this woman, and I love spending time with her. We're going to have a weekend of fun and excitement, and can't wait to spend the weekend with you, Sarah. And I so want to get the terrors in due time for sure. Well, you'll get it in probably a month and a half. I will make sure of it. And epic title of the book too. Thank you. Well, as you know, you all have probably, if you're an old time comics fan, you know that it is loosely based on the Black Terror. We've made a couple obvious changes, but this does not invalidate the original. We're kind of like, see, this is one of the things I do like about the J.J. Abrams reboot of Star Trek. Okay, almost 20 years ago. God, it's depressing. But anyway, he did it in such a genius way that did not invalidate the original series, which I thought was brilliant. You know, it's like The Big Sleep, the author of The Big Sleep. He wrote a book where basically there's a whole bunch of murders. He didn't solve like half a dozen of them. They made a movie with Humphrey Bogart, which frankly, I'm a Bogart fan. I can't not stay awake during that thing. That thing knocks me out like Sominex. And someone asked him, said, "Well, do you feel happy with that movie?" He was like, "Not particularly, no." And he said, "Well," and the interviewer said, "Well, how do you feel about them ruining your book?" He goes, "No, look up on the shelf. See my book there? They did not ruin that book. That book still stands." There you go. So anyway, thank you, sweetheart. And good morning, Brian and friends. It's I, the elusive and mysterious Kelly Austin, bringing good tidings. The Santa Claus of the new Pope literary set, I guess. Kelly, mwah, it's so good to have you here. And check out, she's got a brand new edition of the first Bishop Kincaid book coming out, and a few surprises coming up. So check out Atomic Press. She's got a great anthology coming up that we have the lead slot in. Thank you, Kelly. And we are introducing a brand new heroine for you. So please check that when it comes out. And there she is. Well, how you doing, Parallax Spectre? Wow, always a pleasure to have you here. Always glad to be had, I'm sure. I mean, never mind. Anyway, love you, hon. Hope you're having a great Monday morning. And here he is, the gold standard of Comic Book Spectrum, every Thursday night from the desk of a small press publisher with Joe D. McPhee, Eric S. Hawkins, the Pro Slayer, and Mr. Clyde Hall himself. Good morning, all ships at sea. I have liked, and so should you all. Thank you, Clyde. Thank you so much. And Dawn Dulles, who we spent the Saturday with at the next table at the Indie Creator Con. Morning to you. Mwah. Hope you're doing well, sweetie. And already like, God bless you, Parallax Spectre. Thank you. Seriously, thank you both very much. And Saturday was phenomenal. I had a great time. How late did you stay? We stayed until about 5 o'clock, and Cookie told me it was time for me to leave, so I had to go. But anyway, I had a super time with all y'all. So it was a glorious day. It was so much fun. And Sarah says here, good morning. Send out a group message knowing I left people out, but I can't remember who this early. Hey, this early, I understand. I mean, I've been up for almost 8.5 hours. So, or no, not 8.5. Math is, Barbie's right. Math is hard. 5.5 hours. It feels like 8.5. I'm ready for a nap. I really am. Anyway, get up there. And Kelly Austin continues. Bishop Kincaid Edition 2 is available now on Amazon, kids. Not Amazon Kids. That's not the children's section, but it's on Amazon, kids. Atomic Stories Anthology will be on sale this April, everyone, and it is spectacular. Shameless and demeaning plug number 109. Well, you be shameless and I'll be demeaning. How's that? As we'll split the duties here, all right? How's that sound? Oh, Covfefe. And hello, Parallax. Well done. The likes are flying. And listed alphabetically, your billing? That could be for the segue into the promotion. Between two Brians, with Brian K. Morris and Brian Rodman. Well, I think Mr. Rodman has some sort of inflated notion of my ego needing stroking, which is probably not far from the truth. And he's deferring to me, whereas I would gladly let him have the first chair here because it was his idea to do the show. He's the one that broke down my defenses by asking. I said yes within 2 seconds. So hey, here we are. And Parallax Spectre says, I like BKM even more so than you like that Blue Beetle ad in the terrible comic book. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that. And I love you, Parallax Spectre. So, yay, Brian's. I'll show up as I can just outside of work. I might have to change my availability. Hashtag priorities. That's right. You've got the proper priorities, young woman. Just make sure you have the weekend of Eclipse Con off. That's all I ask of you. So, Cookie can't, but and I think now if I haven't told you already, I think I told you last time. And I do want to apologize for last week. I was not here last week. We had done PeoriaCon, and it was interesting. It was busy. It was exhausting, and I came home, unwound for a couple hours, went to bed, and then I got up and saw Cookie off to work. Then I was sitting upright in a chair that is not meant for sleeping in, that's for sure. And I woke up, I think like a couple of minutes past 9 my time, to tell everyone that I wasn't going to be broadcasting that morning rather. And then I fell promptly asleep as soon as I hit send, and I slept a total of about 8 hours. I slept like a good night's sleep beforehand, and then I slept another 8 hours after. And needless to say, I felt every year of my 148 years on this planet. Yeah, I was sore as hell when I woke up, and it was not pretty. It took me a few hours to recover from that, actually. So I apologize for not being here last week. I really do. We try to be here whenever possible. But anyway, Cookie has a new job. She's working out of Lebanon, Indiana, which is about a half hour south of where I live. She lives there too, by the way. And because, as many of you know, she used to work for a company that was sublet to our local Subaru auto plant. And her job was like driving cars from the assembly line to either customization or out to the rails or the trucks where they would be sent to the dealers. Well, there's no other way to say it. There was a toxic element developing out among her coworkers. And as it usually works with toxicity, it drives out the good people because they don't have time for this malarkey. And it just leaves these idiots who are just feeding off of each other's negativity. And there were people there that were outright bullies to some of the people that allowed it to happen. One of them tried to bully Cookie, and you all who have met her can imagine how well that went. Yeah. And of course, this made the person mad. And of course, then he takes it out on everyone else. It got so bad that Cookie did give she wasn't going to give 2 weeks. She was going to give like 1 week, if that. But, of course, they asked her, well, why are you leaving? Because she was one of the people that she shows up when she's sick. She shows up early, if not on time. Remember, kids, if you're early, you're on time, and if you're on time, you're late. Old theater saying. But anyway, she would work extra hours, even beyond the forced overtime that they gave to the employees. And she told them exactly what she thought of them. And she said, and I'm not putting up with those idiots on the van, and named them and named what they did. In fact, she wrote up a report on all of them. And hopefully some of them are hitting the bricks now too, with any luck. But I know it won't happen. We all do. But anyway, she left and she found a job with a warehouse that she is absolutely loving right now. She is really happy, but she doesn't have any time built up for taking time off. So, and we got bills to pay because it seems her husband spends too much on comic books. So anyway, so she's happier. She's in a better place. She gets most weekends off, and the only time they have any real overtime is like around, it's an agricultural place. And so like in the spring and the fall during harvest and planting season, yeah, there's plenty of overtime to be had. But they actually, it was funny because I was listening to the interview. There was a phone interview she had, and the lady was so impressed with her. Cookie liked the salary as it was, and they said, hey, listen, we would really like you here. What would you say? Would you agree to come on if we gave you like an extra $2 an hour? So she told them to go screw themselves. No, I mean, no, she told them, yeah, that's cool. So anyway, Sarah has consented to be my assistant during the event. And Sarah, I may have another gig for you. I don't know. That is yet to be decided yet. So we'll see what happens. And anyway, Carl Witzman has finally got here. Carl, how you doing? It was so great to see you last weekend. Love to you both. Love you guys. And there's the Dark Pope. And Don Dills wants to know, how did I beat you, Carl? Did you beat Carl? Carl, that's elder abuse, man. He's almost my age. And I don't know how I did. And I beat everyone. World's trading finest. Yeah, that's it. And anyway, I'm still chilling at the B&B, but going to head out and say, oh, excuse me, taking up the joys of Oxford, Indiana. Oxford, where we almost lived, and I've got a story that I told Dawn about that. Oxford's not a bad place, actually. It's a quaint little town just off of not interstate, but State Route 52, between Otterburn and Fowler, Indiana. Everybody's now going, oh yeah, okay, now I know where it is. But it's a nice little place. Although actually, I was told what it was like back in like the 60s and 70s, and the town was thriving, but like a lot of smaller towns, they became basically overnight stops for employment in a larger community, such as Lafayette. And the downtown, unfortunately, looks like, with all the empty buildings, it looks like a crack horse smile, you know. And even in the time since we moved here, and the time when we were looking at buying a building downtown to live in, they've lost a couple of businesses on the, I think it would be east side of the square, or at least 3 businesses that I know of. And, you know, downtown, they've got a couple of banks and I think a couple small businesses, a pizza parlor, and a radio station. They used to have a supermarket downtown, but it closed, unfortunately. So, you know, I'd love to see that town get something that would draw people in, other than the annual thing for Dan Patch, who was a classic racehorse from way back when. But anyway, moving on. Ooh, I've never been to one. Well, darling, we got to get you going here. And good morning, everyone. Carl, glad to have you here, my friend. And Carl, says Sarah, and you want my body? My wife may fight you in an old barred cage match for the prize. Well, I don't know, such a sweet piece of man candy like you. You tell Lauren to bring her A game. That's all I gotta say. And Carl Witzman says we were late due to taking Humanity to the vet to get fixed and shipped. One more kitty to go. Oh, and I can imagine it was rough for everyone involved, including mom and dad. Glad you got through it though. Oh man, and been here since Friday. I was at the con Saturday and wanted to rest of it. This place is calming. It is, yeah. Like I said, it's a pretty nice place, and there's some really nice communities near you. Fowler, I like quite a bit. And if you went further up 52 to Route 24, the intersection of 52 and 24, in Kentland, Indiana, it's a great place to refuel your car. The gas prices are usually very low, and they've got a Casey's up there. They've got a few of the creature comforts up there. If it were warmer, they've got a great drive-in restaurant up there that Cookie and I really, really enjoy. And as you go down 24 on the way to Peoria, there are a couple places, like there's one called The Table just outside of Kentland. The food is magnificent, as is their sister place, the Good Table in Watseka, Illinois, just across the state line. Another fine community there. And like I said, if you take 24 all the way into Peoria and stay on that street, even when it turns into Route 150, what will happen is that road goes right past the mall. It becomes the westbound lane past Northwoods Mall, just so you know. Anyway, Damian Walburn goes, Carl, and Carl responds with, nice, Dawn. And Dawn Doolittle says, I'm glad to see you're being a responsible kitty dad. Yeah, well, seriously, you are doing the right thing by your animals there, your children. And sorry we missed you, Damien. Hope everything is okay. Yeah, Damien, you were missed there. You were missed. It was a good time, but it would have been better if you were there. We hope everything's going well. And from Not Daniel Helpenstein. It's Molly. Have to use the husband's phone until mine gets reloaded on our way to Princeton for an oil change. Well, yeah, cool. We got ours last week. Our regular oil change sold to another outfit, I found out. But this one is actually going to stock the oil filter for my ancient 2002 Chevy van. So anyway, glad to have you here, Molly. Check out Molly's books. She is awesome. And Sarah continues, will you send me the date specifically I need off for EclipseCon so I can request it off, put it in my calendar so I don't have to wait till the last minute? Yes! Yes, let me write myself a note, darling. Let me write myself. Do I have it? Man, I got all kinds of notes to myself. A lot of them have coffee on them. Go figure, right? Okay, there we go. We got this. Now, let's see. Eclipse dates for Sarah. We'll take care of that once we're off the air, okay? I promise. We'll get it to you this morning so you can start planning. And I'll explain the dates that you'll need. And Dawn says, morning, Molly, Daniel. Everyone's saying hello because everyone loves each other. And we had a death in the family and had to attend the gathering, Dawn. I missed you guys. Sincerest condolences. May all the memories be golden. That's the best thing I can wish anyone at this time. And you were missed. You were sincerely missed. And hopefully there will be a second one. And we hope you will show up. It would be great. And hello, Kelly, says Dawn. And I understand. Hope to see you at another con soon. And hello, Donna, Carlene. Mwah, good to see you. So happy to see you. So good to have you at the con the other day. It's always makes me happy to see you and Carl. And I even shared the link with Ron. Don't know if he's in his crypt, but it was an attempt. Well, this might be a little late for him to stay up, if you know what I mean. So we love you, Ron Fitzgerald, if you're watching. And if you're not, we still love you. And Dark Misses. Oh, yes, so Sarah. And packed up about 8 and left after 9. Wow, among great folks and didn't want to say goodbye. We didn't either. We had a grand time, and you were a part of that, Dawn. We love you. And even with your gradient shirt, you had to be there. And I'm just curious how many people were left when you left. Probably just Nick and Amanda and Xander. But anyway, we had a great time there. We hope next time you'll join us. It was great. And free admission, great company. It was a lot of fun. And hey, Donna. And picturing Molly in a cowgirl hat breaking out the window with her pistol while Hubby reloads for her. And hopefully, and probably wearing those chaps like you see in the Chippendale dancers, right? And Molly Daniels is laughing at Carl, mocking him with her laughter, and Molly Cassidy in the Sundance House. Oh, and Sarah said, I'll be there. I have no idea where I put my agenda after shuffling a ton of things around upstairs in my crazy space. Isn't that an Ozzy Osbourne song? Anyway, you needed the rest. QuadCon is always crazy but fun. Yeah, it's QuadCon takes a lot of energy, I'm finding. It's worth it. It is so worth it. It's a great show. And kudos to John Wells. And I will be at, let's see, I told him I will be, was it QuadCityCon.com, I believe, for QuadCon. I will be, for the foreseeable future, at all Peoria, Champaign, and Kokomo shows. So, and I promised him I'd look into some Iowa shows as well. And no apologies for not being here last week. We understand. I love you, Sarah. Thank you, honey. That means a lot. You know it does. And Bully Cookie, I'm surprised the building is still standing. She would have left nothing but like a red smear on the ground and the memory of the a-hole. It's just one of those where it's those ugly situations where the best thing to do would be like take a 2x4 to his temple. But it's just not worth the time filling out the paperwork. Anyway, I'd love to be a fly on the wall and see someone trying to bully her with a maniacal smile on my face. Yeah. She does not suffer fools gladly. Trust me on this one. I know from 33 and a half years of experience. And we had expectations of losing money on Saturday, but just having a great networking time amongst our friends. Well, we did super in both areas. Carl, I got to say, I did the same thing for me. We sold some issues or some editions of The Terrors, glad to say, and other books. In fact, I think we sold out of a couple of things. We'll have to reorder. And so I'm glad it wasn't just me. I'm glad everyone had a good. I hope everyone had a good time and a profitable time as well. I'm like you. I went in just expecting to spend some time with my friends and have some fun. And I not only got to do all that, I made some money, and I had food. So the pizza was fantastic. Yay, Casey's Pizza. And Molly Daniels goes, yep, heard a nasty rumor my toxic manager might return. Someone floated the idea of a petition saying if she does, we all quit. Well, there's something to that. I found out that, like I said, my local, there's an oil change place about not even a mile from me that we've been going to since we moved to the North End. And they've been wonderful. They've been fantastic. Well, they got bought out by another concern. And I talked to the manager online, and I guess the previous administration did not like the new rules and all quit en masse, because we went up there to change the oil and cookies car, and it was the manager and the assistant manager doing all 4 bays worth of work. So hopefully they've got some more warm bodies in there to learn. They might want some job. I know a couple oil change places that could use some bodies here. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing that. And management, upper management should know that. And Molly, that you've got crazy mad skills that you can take anywhere. All right. And quitting because somebody's going to come in and, bring his a-hole ways with him, that's not a bad reason to put it on your resume while you're quitting. So anyway, yes, Carl, my heart was full. So was mine. So was Cookies. We had a great time. And you need booth babes. I look great in a bikini. Leave a photo and a resume at the door. We'll get to you, sweet cheeks. Anyway, good for Cookie and standing up for herself. Yeah, her. She does not take that sort of crap easily, especially from me. But she knows I'm a good boy. But yeah, and she's in a far happier place, and they are loving her. They think she's the bomb. Well, she is, but excuse me, Carl Winston said, I thought this morning I should have gotten a photo of BKM myself, but there will be another time. Besides, I probably have one somewhere or can create one. Uh-oh. Here comes the one with the assless chaps on Brian. But anyway, Carl, I thought the same thing. Everyone's taking all those pictures, and I thought I should have gotten pictures of myself with my friends. I've become very bad about that in recent years, and I don't know why. We need to do more like that. Because Luke Stone was there, and oh my God, I don't think I've talked to Luke since before the lockdown in 2020. So it's been a good long time. I mean, he and I still keep in touch. So, and someone may have been discussing the possibility of a graphic novel. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, and is the cigar and pipe store still in your town? Yes, we have. Yeah, we have the one downtown. I don't remember if we got any. I don't think I've discovered any more. Well, actually, we have a number of those smoke businesses, and I know a couple of them that do carry cigars because we get our grinds there. So, yeah, the one downtown is still there. And my darling Kathy Jackson, good morning. Biggest of hugs and lots of love. Same to you, sweetheart. I was Morgan Komnick and I were talking last night about some of our favorite people, and Kathy, you came up, and I told her we were talking about reading things outside our preferred genres, and I explained that you, Kathy Jackson, had popped my cherry, so to speak, on romance and turned me into a well-written romance fan. And if you want well-written romance, you all need to go to Amazon and grab a whole bunch of Kathy Jackson's books. They are sweet. They are, and there's a couple of them got a little spice in them, like Jericho's Walls. I cannot recommend that book enough. That is a great book. And we love you, Kathy, and can't wait to do more shows with you, sweetie. Hopefully you'll be at SI Comic-Con. Will you be there? Or maybe EclipseCon? I'm hoping. And looking on Marketplace for a good piece of furniture. Guess where it was and not in the parameters. I said Lafayette, Indiana. Hey, Sarah, if it's good enough and it can fit in my back of my van, we're not going to take the bed out, but it'll fit in my van. We can make arrangements. I'm just saying, okay? Talk to me about this, all right? And they are spying on you, Sarah. It's all that spying Sarah's doing on me is what it is. And they must be, Carl says Sarah, and spying on BKM and I. Oh, they probably got some files on us, sweetheart. They're monitoring our conversations. The flirtations begin. And every morning, Walmart delivering coffee and cookies. Now my work day at the computer. Get joyful again. Ah, bliss. Well, we're glad we can help here. And someone has to, Sarah. And she continues, I've had one legit stalker who is also a blatant narcissist. Yeah, I prefer to be one of you guys. Well, I'm sure I can fulfill all your stalking needs, Sarah. I'm proud to volunteer. I'm a terrible stalker because I let him know it. Oh, and Kathy, how are you, sweetheart? This is Molly Daniels, Kathy. It's Molly Daniels under her husband's account. And thanks, BK. I'm not a super rush right now, but glad you brought Eclipse Con up. Well, yeah, now's the time to start preparing. And I think I have our. This is going to sound terrible, people, but I've got our sleeping arrangements arranged. No, it's not going to be in the back of the van for both of us, unless she says so. I can neither confirm nor deny I was replaced by an NSA bot. My NSA bot is looking to delete itself. That's how cruel I am to it. And Sarah mocks him with her laughter. And hi, Daniel. I hope you and yours are well. I've been getting over a cold, but life is good. Oh, Kathy, hope for a swift recovery. And here she is saying there, my work schedule will change. I go in later today. Michaela, should I end this at 10? I'm up for it if you are. Michaela. And Donna sold out of one or two of her books too. That is awesome. That is fantastic. I love hearing that. And oh, hi, Michaela from Sarah. And Rich Bachman, Tiger's dead, Mike Kitty. We're still there when we left. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's not bad. That's still about half the group from when we were there. That's great. And Donna says, Kokomo, no, please, no. Bad dreams. Fortunately, there were heated seats. Okay. I am sure there's a story that I need to hear here, Donna. Now, actually, it's going to be at one of the mall shows for QuadCon, and it's only about, a couple hours for you guys? Strongly consider it. And the tables are usually way affordable. So if and check it out, Plus, there's a great place you guys need to go called Geek Street. There's a comic shop, a music store, a bookstore, and a toy store there. There might be cigar stores there. For all I know, we'll have to do some research. And hey, Michaela and Paul Bush, mwah, to you and my evil Lynn and your family. How are you? It's so good to see you. I've been so busy lately, out of touch, but anyway, got more stuff. Anyway, how you guys doing? Glad to see you here, Paul. Hope everything's going well. I love you guys. Gotta go. Have a wonderful and creative day. Damien, I love you too, man. Man, if you ever need to talk, you know where I am. All right? You take care of yourself, my friend, and much love to you and Lauren and the whole family. Bye, Damien. And, quick, good morning. And Facebook, and there we go. Heroes for Kids, Perryville, Missouri. I know who this is, Jessica. Jessica Johnson, the chief proprietor of the Heroes for Kids Perrysville, Missouri convention in July, and I will be there, my usual spot, right opposite Villainous Crowns Coffee, because they know me. If there are still tables, excuse me, let us know. Maybe we can hook somebody up here. And can I work at the oil change place without any tax record? Oh wait, now I have to report myself. Not again. Oh, well. And I'm so glad to hear the cookie is getting the appreciation she deserves. She does. She is, and she does. It's really good for her. And vendor space are available. Sponsorships are also available. Contact Jessica Johnson on Facebook for more information. It's definitely a good event, and part of your money will go towards a local children's-based charity and a national one. And be part of the movement here. They are definitely rising tide. Everyone's laughing at Carl and working on the Fez Boys photo right now on the other screen. Beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, there is the beautiful Mark Lerner. Greetings from the prairie. Mark, how you doing, brother? So glad to see you. And check out, Mark's going to have his first book out soon. I'm very proud of him. And someone who knows all about putting out good morning to you. Wow, how you doing? Good to see you. And let's see. I ought to mention this show at YouTube. Check it out. And cookies and coffee and cookies. Me, Kelly Austin. Sheesh, YouTube. I know. And no, I gotta leave it there. Oh, I'm sorry, Michaela. I'm sorry we missed our chance to get together. But tomorrow for sure. Let me know what time. All right. And anyway, Molly has arrived at Bob Evans. Everyone have a great day. We'll watch the rerun when I get home. We hope we're as entertaining, warmed over as we are when we're live. Anyway, Molly, well, love you, hun. So good to see you always. And love you, Eric Hawkins. Well, good morning to you. Eric S. Hawkins, the pro slayer himself, the author and illustrator of the great Zombieful World of Oz. By the way, Eric, I have sold out of my hardcovers completely. They just flew the last couple of shows I did. But anyway, Eric, go to Stone Door Studios on Facebook and check out the Zombieful World of Oz. This man's going to have a new fundraiser, a new Kickstarter for the 6th issue soon. So definitely check that out. And he's awesome. He's also one of the regular voices, 1/3 of the regular crew on Comic Book Spectrum every Thursday night on From the Desk of Small Press Publisher on YouTube, and it's always entertaining, always fun, and occasionally you see one of the Bryans there. And congrats on the sales, guys. Even one copy is welcome. More talking to people at Big Lots, walkie or not, suggestive selling has been happening and successful without having to push it on anyone. Well, I love being suggestive. So anyway, I can see if it'll work for me. And there he is, my man, Bobby Nash. Good morning to you. Check out benbooks.com, bobbynash.com. Also check out this man's Patreon too. This man generates content like I wish I could. Bobby, it is good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Promote yourself, my friend. It's always good to see you, Bobby. Love you, man. And Eric, says Carl Witzman, showing proper respect. And says Eric. Sarah, I think she just had that moment the poets dedicate themselves to describing. And too bad there's no commission, but it's so wonderful to help out and suggestive sell your works. Well, that's cool. It helps keep the store open. We were taught at Office Depot to upsell. Like if somebody wants a computer, see if they need cables, see if they need a printer, see if they buy a printer, see if they need paper for it, see if they need extra ink. So, yeah. And Charles at Millhouse knows stardom when he sees it. He says, Bobby, yes. And see everyone on Nevermind the Furthermore. See the link above. Check out Carl's link that he left a moment ago. I thought that's who that before. Nevermind the Furthermore every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. on Nicholas Tockert's YouTube channel. So definitely go there. And Michaela Jade said the scheduled snafu will give me just enough time to order some paperbacks. Yes. That is awesome. That makes me happy. And Michaela, we will compare notes tomorrow, I promise. All right? May leave you a note later today. And have a wonderful and productive day, friends and creatives. Lots of work waiting. Brian, talk to you on the flip side. Atomic Stories cover being finished this week. Yes, that's what I love to see. Kelly Austin. Wow. Check out her work on Amazon. She's brilliant. She's going to be a voice to be reckoned with. Pay attention to her. And Teresa Dunn, good morning, Brian. Starting next month, book signing more later. We got to promote that, girlfriend. We got to promote that, girl. So we'll get the information and we'll talk about it next Monday. How does that sound? All right. Teresa's got a book signing for her books in Keokuk, Iowa. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that cool? So let's encourage her, right? Excuse me. Pardon me. And Bobby Nash, it's early. Woke up by a phone call from a publisher ready for a nap. Well, my publisher, if anybody's going to call me early in the morning and have me forgive them, a publisher is usually it. So I hear you. I woke up ready for a nap. And I was telling everyone earlier, Bobby, I had a show last week in Peoria that wore me out so badly. It's only 3 hours away, Bobby. You know how far I will drive to go to a show. And I saw Cookie off. I was awake about maybe a little over an hour and a half, and I sat down in a chair waiting for my coffee to brew, and I fell asleep just in time to post that I wouldn't be broadcasting at 9, and I fell asleep again. I got another 8 hours that day, and I was sore when I woke up. Oh, my God. Oh, Bobby, I will be at HalloCon this year in case we got to get you up there. We got to find a way to get you up there and make it worth your while to be there. Anyway, check out this man's work. This man is a phenomenal talent, and he uses Jeffrey Hayes too. Check out, if nothing else, check out Snow Shorts, and he writes in a variety of genres. And by the way, Bobby, read your Lone Ranger story recently. I loved it. That was awesome. And I'm going to talk to them, okay? Anyway, and Don Dulles is packing up the car. Have a great day. Safe trip home, Mom. Safe trip. I'm thinking, Molly. But Dawn, both of you have a safe trip. Safe trip to you, Dawn. All right? It's a 3-hour drive, and we love you, okay? And Facebook user, this is Kelly Austin here. This is Kelly Austin. And hi. And Sarah, good job, Teresa. That's great. We got to encourage this stuff. And Charles Millhouse says, everyone have a blessed day and go out and enjoy the day. You never know when it will be your last. Talk to you soon, Brian. I have a couple of questions about our trip to Pulp Fest. Yes, we'll talk. I am so looking forward to that. And do you realize that is the longest I will be away from Cookie in all of our years of marriage? She understands. Anyway, Bobby Nash, I love cons. They exhaust me, but fun. I enjoyed Holocon. It was fun. Yeah. That's one of our must-goes, gotta say. So, yeah, hopefully, I would love it if you came up. I know how busy you are, my friend, but I'm always glad to talk to you, man. You are such an inspiration. And Teresa goes, hey, Sarah, many more book signings to come. That's what we like to hear. Spectacular. Excellent. And so we have now gone through all of the comments. All right. Thank you for your comments. You are what make this show work. All right. I'm just a facilitator around here. I'm just the chief set of hands. But letting you know some things. We're going to wind this down as you get ready to go to, never mind the furthermore. Okay. And Charles Millhouse says it's not the longest I'll be away from Marianne, but I'll take it. Yeah. I'm sure there are ways I'll be gone longer. So, you know. Which brings up, I need to tell everyone, and have a great day. Bobby, thank you so much for being here, man. Just seeing you here makes me smile. All right. Have a great day. All the best to you and your dad. And go forth and be awesome. Well, you're halfway there, man. You're halfway there. And you can sleep in tomorrow. Anyway, we're going to wind this down. I do have some news. I'm supposed to be at a FanCon in Batesville, Arkansas this coming weekend. Due to logistics, I cannot go this week, but we urge you, if you're in the Batesville area, please go. It's going to be a fantastic time. Prose Press will be there. Also, Santiago Cirillo, the actor and activist, will be there. Tell the leader of the Haya Nation that BKM and the Fez sent you, okay? All right. And let's see what else. Other news. We want to say that don't forget tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, the premiere of Between Two Bryans with myself and Brian Rodman. Dear God, do I look maniacal there. Every other Tuesday evening on the Rising Tide channel. Please come check it out. We're going to take your calls, and we're going to be talking about being woke from two guys who aren't. So anyway, it promises to be a lively conversation, and it'll be even livelier when you show up. So please join us. We would love to have you. And Sarah says, we don't know how long we have. I've heard that before, but thinking it's not going to be something to have a raised eyebrow about. Well, most of us some of us look and even pull out the tape measure. Never mind. But anyway, Sarah, thank you for bringing that up. Discussing that. Anyway, we hopefully we'll be back next Monday, but we are here through the kind sponsorship of our wonderful Patreon supporters. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creators with an affordable monthly stipend. And even $1 a month will get you our blogs. We do 2 of them a week, or try to. And a little more will get you a little more. We're going to start serializing The Terrors 2 soon. All right. Yes, we're working on the sequel. We're more than halfway done with the first draft. That's what getting pissed off will do for you. Anyway, please check out our people, because a lot of them, like Kelly Austin, Clyde Hall, Eric Hawkins, Cindy Kemp, Jeffrey Hayes, Molly Daniels, under her pen name there, or her real name, or one of them, and also Damien and Morgan and Grant and me and definitely Renmelian. But anyway, we all have active Facebook accounts, and also Bobby Nash. Check out Bobby Nash's Patreon. He produces work like no tomorrow. And it's all good. He really is good. He's as talented as he is a wonderful human being. But anyway, and Bobby's probably going, "Shut up, Brian." Anyway, check out what you can get in return for your direct support at www.com. /Brian K. Morris. And let's see what else. And also, we want to say a great big thank you to Jeffrey Hayes for creating this wonderful wraparound cover for us. And this man is crazy talented. The man has won an award from the Pulp Factory for this cover right here. He does it all, big or small, he does it all. And he's affordable. Oh, dear God, is he affordable. And for the talent you're getting for that, for his indie creator-friendly pricing, you'll be glad to work with the guy. He's great to work with. So check out his Facebook page for Plasma Fire Graphics. Excuse me. And then, now it's time to go. I'm losing my voice. Excuse me. And then go to plasmafiregraphics.com and ask about his indie creator-friendly pricing. You will be so happy to work with him, and you're going to get one hell of a great cover. I guarantee that book. Bobby can probably tell you his work he sells the book for you. He really does, and he's great to work with. It's Jeffrey Hayes at Plasma Fire Graphics. When the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. So check him out. All right, and thank you all you guys for your sponsorship of this show. And let's see. And Ellie Max says, I need to get more cons. I should have 2 new books out this year. Thanks to you, Brian and Amy Hill. Oh, I didn't realize I was responsible. I'm proud to be of service, Ellie. Thank you. Yeah, I'd love to see you at more shows, too. We really need to keep our gang together at the shows. And I work during a show at least the first 30 minutes before I can get into the chat. I'll do my best. Hey, don't get... do what you can, Sarah. We love you, whether you're there or not. And no, keep talking. Bobby, do you think we can beat our record on the show? Bobby and I hold the record for the Rising Tide channel of the longest show. It was 5 minutes shy of 5 hours. And the thing is, Bobby, I had the time of my life. I really enjoyed it. You are one of the best. I say this without any purpose other than honoring you. You are one of the greatest storytellers I know and I've ever met, that I could ever hope to meet. This man can weave a tale, whether it's in print or in person. And if I wasn't like fading out after 5 hours, I would have kept it going as long as you could. So, but anyway, check out the work of Bobby Nash on Amazon, on any reputable bookseller. I promise you, it's a great investment in your entertainment. Bobby Nash, you're the best. You really are. And I love you, Sarah, or would kill for the chance to. And then we talked an hour after the show ended. That's right. That's right. I told Cookie about that the next morning, and she's like, "You did what?" And people wonder why I don't take care of myself, right, Bobby? You are the man. You're great. It's so good to see you. And OMG, caffeinate me and I'll stay on the show for 5 hours without shutting up. I'm going to put you and Bobby on the same show. And I just check it out. I won't have to do a thing. And that's epic. Yeah, seriously, Bobby is epic. And he's a terrific writer. I make no bones about that. He is fantastic. I fanboy over him and Jim Beard, John Bruning, Ron Fortier, all my friends. And that's why I tell people that's why I work so hard, so I can keep. They won't be ashamed to have me near them, except for the right reasons. But anyway, folks, we're going to leave. Nick Tockert should be about 4 minutes into his show, so please leave now and attend him. He'll give you more of the same, if not better. And we thank you for being here for the madness. We thank you for indulging us. And we hope again that you'll join us tomorrow for Between Two Bryans at 7 p.m. on this channel. And all we have to say is thank you for being here. Make sure that you help someone have a great week, okay? And it just takes a smile, a kind word. Doesn't cost you nothing. But you don't know who you're talking off the ledge with just that, okay? And stay creative. Be creative. Create fearlessly, all right? There's a lot. It pays off, trust me. And as always, folks, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Thank you for being here, one and all. We hope you have a great day. Join us next week because I got great guests and I've got great friends like you, Sarah. And if you want to keep tabs on us, check us out at risingtide.pub, also amazon.com, any reputable booksellers. Check out our new book, The Terrors, available now. And if you buy it online and bring it to a show, I'll happily autograph it for you still. But anyway, thank you for being here. We'll see you next week on No Warning, because that's probably what you'll get. As folks, take care and be good. Bye-bye. See you next week.